It's been a long time coming, but we're so excited to be here and share this movie with the world. I can't wait to see what the world thinks. Oh my gosh. Jake was such an incredible partner from the very beginning. I mean, I think I met him, it must have been 4 or 5 years ago, so it really was a long process. But I mean, from the very beginning, he just really stood out as a person who understood who these characters were and what we could do with them in this movie. So just his ability to balance tone, it's such a unique thing with Marvel movies needing to have humor, but also that underlying heart, and I think he wrapped it up in such a beautiful way, so really proud of him. I think you can expect the unexpected. I mean, this movie has a lot, this movie has everything, but it's something you can't really experience until you see it yourself, and just some of the messages that we're trying to tell to people out there, people who might feel a little bit lost, trying to find their way in the world. These characters are so relatable, and so just really excited for everyone to see it. 3 words, let's see. Finding your place.
I was having a good time. I love rabid fans of these movies. I mean, they really are so pure in a certain way, right? It's beautiful. I mean, it's amazing. The energy's amazing. People really love these movies, and I think this one, is gonna really surprise people, and I think they're just gonna really love it. So I just am so psyched for people to finally see it. And tonight we're going to get a full IMAX audience watching it with us, and it's going to be a thrill. I mean, doesn't begin well, that's for sure. He's lost. I mean, he's struggling. I think one of the great things about this movie is that all the characters struggle, but especially him and Yelena. At the beginning of the film are somewhat estranged, and they're both going through their own personal journeys of purposelessness and loneliness, and like little do they know that it really is going to take this external threat to bring them together and to help them find meaning. There's a scene that Florence and I shot that comes towards the end of the movie. That is, where our characters finally say a lot of the things we haven't said, and we finally deal with a lot of things we haven't dealt with. And it was one of my favorite things to shoot, and it's one of my favorite things when it's cut together. It's one of my favorite parts of the movie. Not to blow my own horn, but it's mainly her. But I love it. So that was the real highlight. It's funny. It's like you do these big movies, lots of big stunts and action and fights and blowing up stuff, and then it really is those intimate moments between characters that are so rich. And I think that's what sets Marvel apart. Is it does that when it does it well. It does it so well, and that's what I remember.
Oh my goodness, it's pretty mental. Anything to do with Marvel movies is so loved, and it's so huge, and the fan base and the love that you feel whenever you attend anything is just so appreciated. So being here on a movie that we all worked on, it's pretty huge. It's taken a long time to make it, and the version that we made is different, and the movie that Jake made is something that I'm so proud of, not only for myself being an actor, being a part of it, but also for Marvel. Wanting to make this movie and this version of the movie and the subject that it tackles, and it's a very cool moment tonight. I've done my hardest to make sure that she is something that we haven't seen as a superhero before. I really wanted to enter this space making sure that I represent something that is a bit obscure, a bit strange, and maybe someone that doesn't settle well in lots of scenarios, and I'm proud of the work that I've put into it, and I'm proud of Marvel accepting the thing that I wanted to create, and I feel like this movie is a reflection of that, and I feel very, very, without sounding too cliche, blessed to be here. We can't throw you off the second tallest building in the world. The insurers aren't going to cover it. This is ridiculous. You're the lead of our movie. How are we even going to schedule that into it? Because there are so many risks. And I just kept on pushing, email after email. My email, once a week, was like, "Dear Kevin, I need to be thrown off the tallest building in the world." And then they couldn't say no, because I'm so annoying.
It's so crazy. It's so friggin' surreal and fun, pulling up and just seeing everybody's faces on the big screen. It's so exciting. So I play Mel, Valentina's assistant, and she's sort of, she's heart in the right place, idealistic, and starts to kind of question her position with Valentina, who's a bit of a bad gal. I did, yeah. I gave Julia a Best Boss Oscar award. She doesn't have enough awards, so I've just kind of wanted to add one to the mantle. She is the best, so I had to give her that. It was really, really wild, and I remember I was really sick in bed, and Jake Schreier called me and was like, "Would you want to do this?" And I was like, "What is it?" And he was like, "You got to find out." So it was just a total dream come true, pinch me moment, and yeah, I can't believe it.
It feels electric. It actually does. It feels amazing. I'm literally just here, and we've really been a part of this for so long, and it's been years in the making for this movie, and to finally just be here and to stand here and see all the fans and the energy and the atmosphere and just all the hard work and the beautiful storytelling that the fans are going to get to see in this Marvel movie is just incredible, electric. We find her in a place of loneliness. She's very much a lone wolf. Not loneliness, very much a lone wolf. She is stronger, she is more powerful, and you find her in a situation where she has to play with others, which she doesn't do very well. So that's going to be quite interesting in terms of how the movie starts and where it goes in the journey of the characters. Because also as well, in Ant-Man and the Wasp, she very much was in pain, and she had this, she's kind of this very pained character that couldn't survive anymore, and now she's healed from that, so she's kind of tougher and more kind of badder than ever, I think. She has evolved a lot, but there's a big journey to come from this movie, so there's an evolution, but there's also an evolution. I love wearing the suit. I just love putting that suit on. I just feel so strong and just leathery and it's just the posture. You feel like a hero. Honestly, it's just such a kudos to everyone at Marvel that creates and designs all the suits as well. It's just like I love her. I love her tenacity, and I also love what you'll see in Ghost in this movie. I love the journey that you'll see in her. It's not your typical superhero story, and it's got heart, it's got the comedy, it's got the humor, but there's an edge, and I think what makes it different is having Jake Schreier as a director. Like his vision and his eye is such. I think it's going to be such a great treat for the audience to see like a little different spin on like Marvel.
It feels incredible. We worked on it for so long and so hard, and really only truly finished it last week. I think the IMAX version. So it'd be so nice to just see it with an audience. I think we were in the last week of shooting Beef and completely exhausted, and it was just nice to celebrate on set with a bunch of friends and know that there was something to head into of this magnitude. So yeah. I think when we got out to Utah, and we were out in the middle of nowhere in Utah on this road, crashing cars and blowing things up, and really out there in the world, and then to Malaysia and Florence stepping off of the roof, like to get to really like execute on that scale and do real tactile things and practical things with actors like this, that felt very special. I think, from the moment I signed on, Kevin said, make it different, make it new, and we really embraced that and just tried to bring like a level of practical effects and practical transitions and a really like grounded sensibility to the film, and also make it about something that we all go through. It's a fun summer movie, don't get me wrong, like it's very fun, but there's something at the heart of it that I hope gets through to people that I think everyone can connect with. I mean, we've got, I believe, 37 minutes of exclusive IMAX content in there. We shot it on Ultra Panatar 2 1.3 anamorphics that allow you to do the same lens system, both for like when you're in 2.4.0 and when you're in that full IMAX ratio. So optically it's consistent, but you're gonna see like, it's also the first Marvel movie ever finished in 4K. So when you see it on the big screen, like, it's a pretty unique, special experience. It's worth it.
No, exactly. I know the fans are looking forward to it.
Yeah, I don't mean to nerd out too much, but I mean, we were there, we did it.
That's
So
what we
if
need.
you ask,
That's
yeah.
why we asked the question.
It's so exciting to be here on this huge yellow carpet. It's so unusual, and the vibe is, this energy is bananas. Well, I can't tell you too much, as I'm sure you know, but Valentina is, I would say, integral to this story and kind of pulling a lot of strings. Really fun. We got to shoot in Utah in this, I mean, it's so remarkable where we shot. And of course, Florence got to go to Malaysia. I wasn't in that part of it, but we shot in Atlanta and we shot in Utah. And being in the high desert in Utah was mind-blowingly beautiful. Oh my goodness. Well, first of all, the vast majority of this film is practical, and that is to say it's not CGI, it's not rendered by computer. So to see this big on a big screen is quite an experience. You won't believe it. People doing their own stunts. It's really great.
It is quite overwhelming in a very good way. This is massive. I mean, I just pulled up in a car, and now there's this whole other yellow and black world happening here with Florence's face on the wall 100 times. It's crazy. Bob kind of emerges in sort of a weird way where everyone, all the soon-to-be Thunderbolts are kind of like, who is this guy and what is he doing here, and what do we do with him? Because he's just a pedestrian who kind of is trying to figure out why he's there himself. And so it's a fun journey to kind of follow Bob in his discovery of what he's doing there, why he's waking up there, and how he got there, and then hopefully making some friends along the way. Oh my God, I was terrified. I just didn't think I would be able to really pull it off, and so I think that's why it's so nerve-wracking here tonight. I hope something hits here that I did. It's just such an impressive world and one that I always admired, and so I was just hoping that I wasn't the weakest link, you know. They are massive sets, but Jake Schreier, our director, was really adamant about doing as much practically as we could, which kind of, was awesome as an actor. That's always a gift because everything feels real around you, despite them being very surreal circumstances. But I think Top Gun helped me a lot in prep for kind of trying to calm the breath and calm the heartbeat amongst a lot of variables that are kind of startling and kind of nerve-wracking. It helped me kind of just focus on what I needed to do, what the task at hand was. I think they can expect a lot of things that they can't expect, and I think that's what's so exciting. I love kind of talking about this movie because I can't really say that much, which is my favorite thing, because I don't want to spoil anything, because I want everyone to see it with fresh eyes, and it really does take on a new tone, while also respecting and honoring the Marvel tone that's been kind of planted thus far. And so I think they can expect what they love about Marvel while also kind of something new and fresh.
It is very exciting. I just happen to be in town filming another movie, so it is doubly exciting because, I literally just came from the set, and to come to this beautiful big premiere here in London, it's in Leicester Square. It's a classic premiere, so I'm very excited. They were great. Most of my stuff was with Julia Louis-Dreyfus, and she's an icon and very fun. And so we had a great time, and I'm so excited to see the film, and introduce it to the world. Jake is, when I first met him, he was so quiet, and then he said, "I just want to show you something." He was just showing me designs and pictures, and I said, "Oh man, that he's quiet, but he's a fireball," So it's great. Well, you're going to see, especially the Thunderbolts, the collection of characters that they've brought together. The fun that they have, the reverence that they have, you feel connected to them, and you feel like, that I could be him, or I could be her. And I think people are going to love that, and they're going to have a good time. It's fun.
Fun. Finally, it's been a long process of making this film from maybe 3-4 years ago. And so it's fun to share it with the world, and everybody's excited to see it. I'm excited for people to see it. Sort of where he left off. He's been cast aside, but he still believes in himself as this sort of, next coming of Captain America type person who can get back to the glory of being that person. And he hasn't yet figured out how to work as a real teammate, and so that's the journey you see him take. I think that was part of the fun of doing it, was that wanting to see an arc of somebody who is insecure but covers it with bravado, and you sort of see that facade get chipped away at, and you have to get boiled down to the base aspects of who you are before you can build back up. A blast, because we did it in Atlanta. I enjoy shooting there, and my family was there. It was very family friendly. Just the actual shooting experience of it was really fun for me, fun for my kids, fun for my wife, and just fun group of people to do it with. So that was all bonuses and pluses and things that I was very, lucky. We were lucky to have. We really took care to try and make this as good of a film. Minus all the Marvel stuff. You don't want to rest on ceremony or stand on ceremony and be like, it's a Marvel movie. You're just going to love it. I think that maybe some fans have felt like they've been taken for granted, and audiences today are smart, and they're deserving of a good story and an emotional arc and characters that can deliver that. And I think that this really did that. Jake took a lot of care. We took a lot of care in doing it. So excited for them to see it.